Hello and welcome back. Zillicar here. We are working on leveling Misty Shores in Final Fantasy XIV. This afternoon, we are going to try to make the push for main story quest level 40. We are sitting right now in right about the 33, so we got quite a ways to go. But I've got several hours this afternoon to work on it. I did do some things between streams, so you can see I have my chocobo. He is hanging out here with me, so we unlocked that. We did a whole bunch of work with our grand company to get seals so we could put in a bid on a house in Mist. And what else? What else did we do? That might be it. Oh, we set up an FC. So anybody playing on Kraken that is over on Dynamis, feel free to come over and join our very casual play style of FC. All right, let's get started trying to get to 40. So this is our next main story quest over here. Should be give a man a drink. I must say, this talk of Bacchus wine has made me rather nostalgic. Indeed, there is much I miss about my life with the company of heroes. After everything the captain has done for me, I could not bear to disappoint him. Have no fear. I swear that I shall find a suitable wine for the banquet, though I may need some time to think of a solution. In the meantime, there is a favor I would ask of you. 2 years ago, in the deepest depths of my despair, I stumbled across Vilbrand as a vagabond drunk. I suspect I was looking for a place to die because I very nearly found one not far from here. It was there that a man named Drest took me in and nursed me back to health, and it was he who gave me my first taste of Bacchus wine, which helped me to find my new calling. Though I am still a novice in the arts of winemaking, I would like him to know that I am pursuing my dream. This wine is my own original creation, and I would be most grateful if you delivered it to him in my stead. Drest sometimes works at the Raincatcher Gully docks, so perhaps Riskillet can tell you where to find him. All right, let's go see if we can figure out where that is. All right, it looks like it's a little bit south of here, so let's get on our chocobo. Dressed? Oh, you mean the hermit. Aye, I toss him a few gil when we need an extra pair of hands. He doesn't talk about himself, and I sure as hell don't ask. When a man's got a face with scars like that, you best leave well enough alone, I say. If you've a mind to find him, though, then head southwest to the Severed String. All right. Oh, yeah, way out there. looks like we can go across there, so I think we should. Oh. Head out this way then? And again, since I'm doing story level 33, these red ones should really be trying to eat me right now. But we are leveling super fast because this is a new server. It has the road to 90 on. So I'm already level 53. So these guys are going to ignore me. Gosh, it's pretty out here, isn't it? What do you want? What wine? I didn't ask for this. Who sent you? Uh. Great. He seems a little bit scared of us, so. This one is that weight. Can't sleep. They won't let me sleep. The midges, the buzzing, it keeps me awake. I never wanted to hurt anyone. I won't fight. I don't want to fight. Please make the buzzing stop. Make the midges go away. Okay, that should be easy to do, so let's go take care of that. That was not what I wanted. Oh, that's why I failed to get Carbuncle out. Again. Need one more. Okay. Come on, not one more? Oh, there we go. It's not so loud anymore. Did you do that? Thank you. You helped me, even after what my comrades and I did to your country. We were on a reconnaissance mission when the maelstrom caught us by surprise. We tried to escape, but the others, no one else survived. I didn't ask for this, damn it. I'm not even Garlean. They conquered my lands just like they tried to conquer yours. I don't want to die in some blasted jungle halfway around the world. I just want to go home. That is really sad. All right, this one should be called Battle Scars. I wish to thank Shamani for the wine. That was overly kind. Would you be willing to bear a gift back to him? Earlier today at Red Mantis Falls, I collected the sap from nearby palm trees. If placed in coconut shells and stored for a few bells' time, it makes for a fine wine, see? It should be ready by now. I left 3 shells out there. Please take them to Shamani for me. I'm glad he's moved on with his life. I hope to one day do the same. All right, some wine here. Cool. Now, I think we could run back, but I think there's an aetheryte there, so let's see. There is. It has been some time, Misty. What news do you have of Dressed? Ah, yes. I recall he did have some knowledge of winemaking. A simplistic but nevertheless effective method that utilizes the natural properties of palm sap. I shall have to enjoy this batch before it spoils. We are not so different, Dressed and I, two men who have long struggled not to let our scars define us. I worry that he has been alone with his thoughts for far too long. It is past time I paid him a visit. Thank you for looking after him, Misty. All right, this should be It Was a Very Good Year. By the gods, Misty, listen. I know you're eager to wash your hands of this wine business, but I've just discovered something extraordinary about Dressed's palm wine. He sealed each coconut shell with a leaf which has a very distinct shape and an unusual odor. I thought I was going mad at first, but now I'm certain. These are the leaves of a Bacchus grapevine. Do you know what this means? Somewhere in Raincatcher Gully, the legendary vine still grows. If we could obtain a cutting, we could revive the Bacchus wine industry. We must know where Dressed found these leaves. Here, take one of them back to him and see what he remembers. There's not a way up there from here. Gonna have to go down first. All right, we got this. I will not squander this gift. In just a few years' time, I swear that every tavern across Eorzea will once again be clamoring for a cask of Wineport's legendary Bacchus wine. Sir, you needn't... Wait, the shape of this bottle, the scent of this label, this couldn't possibly be a 1547 Bacchus? But that's impossible. This vintage has not been seen since years before the calamity. It was the crown jewel of my personal collection. For years I debated opening it, wondering if today or tomorrow would be the ideal time. But now I realize that it was never meant for me. It should be savored by the saviors of Wineports, I say. He has made us an offer we cannot refuse. Master Garugio will find no finer wine. You have forever changed Wineport, Misty. Thank you for your kindness and your generosity. But do not permit me to delay you any longer. Pray, deliver the wine to Captain Whisket. Well, yes, I would very much like to drink it, but I am a patient man. I have faith that one day I shall have another opportunity to taste perfection. All right, I think that means we're going to Costa del Sol. Indeed. Your prolonged absence was beginning to concern me. So what of the wine I asked you to bring? Is that 7 hells, a 1547 Bacchus? Even I know how rare that is. I have to admit, I didn't think you had it in you, but congratulations, Misty. Thanks to you, this will be the most luxurious feast Costa del Sol has seen in years. Considering the lengths you went to, I hope our guests appreciate it. Speaking of which, your associate arrived a short while ago. She appears to be growing somewhat impatient. Perhaps you could tell her that the banquet is about to begin. Probably could. Alright, let's see. Where are we? Oh, there she is. This should be number... in the company of heroes. You have the look of a woman who has been to the 7th hell and back. That a guest should be expected to supply the victuals for a banquet held in her own honor, and this while the shadow of Titan looms over us all. It beggars belief. I can only applaud your stoicism. Had I been asked to endure such ignominy, I fear I should have accepted my lot with less grace. Lady Ashtola, Lady Shores. A thousand pardons for this extreme discourtesy. I was wholly unaware of your true identity, madam. Had I known, I would never have permitted my man to subject you to such unspeakable ordeals. Come now. She must have sensed something was amiss. You didn't seriously think I would send you running the length and breadth of Eorzea for a banquet, did you? Spare her your mockery, Captain. Your intent was unclear to me until this moment, and unlike me, Misty has no knowledge of your traditions. Mayhap you would be so good as to enlighten her. Aye, fair's fair. There's no sense hiding it any longer. We 5 were chosen by our brothers and sisters, and before the company of heroes disbanded, we each swore a solemn oath that any who would follow in our footsteps must be weighed and measured, not by their reputation, but by their deeds. Each man would judge these would-be God-slayers by his own criteria. If even one found her wanting, she would be rejected without a second thought. But she proved herself worthy. We swore that we would do our utmost to support her cause. The world has ever been full of brave souls eager to give their lives for a righteous cause, but all too few capable of making a difference with their sacrifice. To send wave after wave of hapless adventurers into the jaws of a foe against whom they have no hope of victory is worse than futile. Titan is not one to be challenged lightly, and we will not be complicit in the deaths of the unworthy. Which is why the 5 of you dined to test Misty with such commendable thoroughness. Time well spent, I am sure. But tell us, Captain, what is the assessment of you and your fellows? She's a brave one, that much is certain. She willingly walked into the midst of danger, despite my repeated warnings that it could cost her her life. Her skill is undeniable. She stalked her prey as relentlessly as any child of the sands, and struck with precision when an opportunity presented itself. Too many adventurers these days care only for fortune and glory. Misty, however, is a kind and generous soul. I am certain she has no shortage of loyal allies who will gladly fight at her side. Pishrut, wily uplander is talentful plainsmaker, tricksy foe for mighty rockman. I can only concur with my colleague's assessment. We 5 of the company of heroes hereby judge you a worthy challenger. Cast down the Lord of Crags, Misty Shores, and write a new chapter in the history of Eorzea. With the formalities out of the way, let the festivities begin. Summon the dancers, pour the wine. Eat, drink, and be merry, my friends, for today we celebrate the birth of a new legend, Misty Shores, Titan's Bane. Misty Shores, Titan's Bane! Congratulations, sweetling. Now relax and enjoy the show. It's only just begun. Must be around the other side. Tasting the exotic feast triggers a divine revelation. In that brief, transcendent moment, you glimpse the true form of reality, comprehend its fleeting nature, and cry out to the heavens in celebration. When you face the Lord of Crags, think not of Limsalominsa, Eorzea, or anything beyond his chamber. Think only of the men and women by your side. Fight for them, and they will fight for you. Remember that no greater victory was ever achieved alone. Goodly Uplander. Must be facing mighty Rockman with clever fighty think. Bobbyflex cannot be coming to rescue this time. Ah, Misty, you brave fool. Promise me that when you meet Titan, you'll look him in the eye and tell him Landonell sends his regards. You are a veteran of countless battles, Misty, but this is but one more. Trust in your experience, and you will prevail. You are blessed with a fortitude to rival the Earth itself. Titan will struggle to break you, I think. You are kind to indulge them, Misty. This banquet is as much for the company as it is for you, whatever they may claim. I do not deny that they mean well, but now is scarcely the time for celebration. Though they have all but pronounced you the victor, the battle with Titan has yet to begin. The hour has come for the good captain to make good on his promise. We must speak with him again. Alright, this should be as you wish. You must be eager to face Titan. As promised, we will show you the way. Travel to Bronze Lake in Upper Lanasay. There you will meet with Reoil, another man who once served with the company. To ensure that this knowledge does not fall into the wrong hands, he will remain in hiding until you have given the correct signal. Give me your map. You must whistle loudly at the 3 locations I mark. Only then will he appear to meet you at this 4th location. I realize this may seem excessive now, but you will see that it is more than reasonable once you comprehend the risks inherent in our method. Alright, is that on this same map? Looks like no. How is my gear? Oh, it's perfect. All right. Going up there. Yes. Looks like I didn't pick up this chocobo when I was here last. Greetings, lass. Might you be one the captain said would come calling? Aye, I thought so. Pay attention now, 'cause I ain't explaining meself twice. Okay, this one is going to be Lord of Crags. Years ago, when he was weighing up how to get to Titan, one of our scouts stumbled across this beast man, Aetherite, see? Eh? What's that look for? Not familiar with him? He speaks of an unamplified Aetherite, which has been claimed by a beast tribe. Lest you wonder, there is no fundamental difference between such Aetherites and those which you have used on countless occasions, Misty. Ah, well, if it ain't the Charlian lass, welcome back. Forgive me for interrupting. I had planned to await your report, but I succumbed to curiosity. The tunnels beneath Ogomoro form a bewildering labyrinth that no outsider has ever fully explored. How the company of heroes managed to navigate it is a mystery I have long pondered. Give us a bit of credit, love. We weren't daft enough to try going in the front. The kobolds are always digging new tunnels and filling the old ones with traps. One wrong step and the next thing you know, you've got 100 tons of rock on your noggin. Suicide to even try, see? Funny thing was, the kobolds didn't seem to have no trouble finding their way round, and it was that got us thinking. I mean, Yugamoro mines are like a bleeding city, ain't they? And getting around in a city that big would be a right pain in the arse if you didn't have an aether net, wouldn't it? So it stood to reason that the kobolds must have one, didn't it? Even if there were aetherite shards in the depths of Ogamoro, you would have needed to attune yourself to them before you could identify their signatures within the live stream. Ah, well, that's where you're wrong, love. We had this Charlian bloke to help us, see? Delivered us right into Titan's bedchamber, he did. I don't rightly know how he did it, but I do remember him saying it weren't nothing any Charlian scholar worth her salt couldn't manage. Did he now? Locating a beacon in the absence of a known signature might be possible if the aetherites in question happened to be... Ah, yes. But in order to guide a traveler to said beacon safely, a second party would be required to... It is possible in theory at least, yet I cannot be certain until I try. Plainly, all will depend on whether or not I am worth my salt. Oh, you are, lass. Don't you worry about that. Have a bit of faith in yourself. Why don't we all go to Zelma's Run and take a closer look at the aetherite? It ain't far, though there's sure to be a few kobolds blocking the way. Not you can't handle, mind. So this is the aetherite the company of heroes used to gain access to Titan's sanctuary. It is as Papalimo speculated. In its present state, this aetherite signal will not be strong enough for our purposes. I may, however, be able to use my own energies to amplify it. Alas, the task will monopolize my attention for the duration. It seems you will have to proceed without me. Misty, I must needs remain here and supplement this beacon's power, lest you be denied your only path of escape. Fear not. I will summon the Maelstrom forces stationed nearby to protect us. With effort, it is possible that I may be able to stabilize the Aetherite signal and thereby join you, albeit belatedly. Until such time as I do, you will be on your own. Now, let's see if I am worth my salt. I have located another beacon, one far below the mountain. I can only speculate as to what you will find there, so stint not in your preparation. See, I wonder if this is one I can take NPCs to. Oh, I can. All right, let's see how this goes. Look, an overdweller. Yes, an invader from above. She uses our aetherites against us. She has defied Titan's sacred sanctuary, trespassed, violated, defiled. Overdwellers must leave. Overdwellers must fly. Brothers and sisters, fear her not. Her fate shall be decided by the Lord of Crags. Hear me, Overdweller. You and your treacherous brethren must be held to account for the breaking of the covenant. You shall be first to face judgment, then Limsolominsa and her oath-breakers, liars, betrayers, oath-breakers. O great Father, Lord of Crags, Titan, we summon you. Titan, we summon you. O great Father, Lord of Crags, Titan, we summon you. Titan, we summon you. He is come, the Lord of Crags, Titan, is come. Overdweller, art thou deaf to their weeping? The vile kind covereth ever the blessing of the land, and murdereth my children by the score, all in service to greed. Such sins are beyond pardon. Ah, but I am not the first to suffer thy defiance. Thou didst bring Ifrit low. Godless overdweller, thy myriad hearsays shall not go unpunished. Upon thee I shall wreak terrible vengeance. I think this is one where the floor disappears over time, and we gotta not get blown off. Ah, too far. Damn it. The Lord of Crags, great father Titan, has fallen. Oh good, another little rock. The crimes of the Overdwellers shall never be forgiven, never be forgotten. No, no, never. 'Twas your kin who broke the covenant. We have acted only in defense of our lands. Cease your aggression, or never will there be peace. Until our dying breaths, we shall defy you, deny, decry, defy. Now these are the ratings one would expect of an icon. I have seen enough. We proceed as planned. Are you sure that is wise, my lord? Your curiosity is untested and unproven. We do not yet know its true capabilities. Then trust in mine. Rytaten? My curiosity, as you so eloquently put it, would have bested Titan in the blink of an eye. Why, if there be truth to the legends, it could readily subjugate the whole of Eorzea, given but a little while longer. Is that not so? It is. No greater single power has ever been conceived, much less realized. What you say may well be true, but while such devices may win battles, I do not believe they will serve to change the course of this war. Oh, but they will. Have a little faith, my friend. I cannot endorse this course of action. Fool. And now she has a fourth. Fascinating. Carry on, Crystal Bearer. Far though you have come, your work is far from done. And naught remained to mark his passing. While the Ascians are nothing if not elusive, it is of little wonder that they should cast advanced teleportation magics at will. But that they would choose to consult with the Empire. What common goal could they possibly share? I feared I might arrive too late, but I see you had the matter well in hand. I have taken measures to ensure that we are not pursued, yet I cannot say how long they will hold. Take your leave while the kobolds are still in disarray. I will follow anon. There is something I must investigate before I depart. I will teleport you to the Aetheryte in Zelma's Run, and we will rendezvous at Camp Bronze Lake. Agreed? Cool, cool. I am relieved to see you well, but come, let us discuss our next step. The word will already have reached Maelstrom Command. Protocol requires that a representative of our order inform the High Commander of the mission's success. The honor is rightfully yours, Misty. Once again, I must commend you on a job well done. We shall speak again soon. Alright, this next one should be all good things. Let's see if we can figure out where it is. It is good to see you, Lieutenant Shores. Word of your triumph reached me some while ago, but I am pleased to have it personally confirmed. First Ifrit, and now Titan. Truly, when I think of your achievements, I feel the loss of the warriors of light less keenly, and there can be no greater compliment than that. You and your order are heroes. Suffice it to say, we are glad to have the Scions in our ranks. I shall relay the details of your report to the Admiral forthwith. Please send my regards to the Scions of the 7th Dawn. Until next time, Lieutenant. Misty, this is Minfilia. Y'shtola has informed me of your success. You have won a great victory for the people of Eorzea, one that shall not be forgotten. And what is more, both you and Y'shtola emerged from Okamoro unscathed. Waitataro and the others seemed as glad of that as they did of Titan's fall. You can look forward to a hero's welcome. We'll be awaiting your return at the Waking Sands. There is much to discuss. Godspeed. Cool, cool. While I'm here, though, let's see if we don't have some gear that we've picked up that we don't need. Nope. I'm going to do this. Alright, I think I've got a ways to go, but I want to check. No further ranks available to you. Alright, nothing I can do right now. That's fine. Let's see if there are things. Alright, nothing I need right now. So that's fine. Does that free company standing with the maelstrom has increased to recognized? That's cool. Yeah. All right. Let's get back at this. Waking Sands. So let's take one of our Vesper Bay 8th grade tickets and go out there. Oh, I was not supposed to. Oh, no, I am supposed to be here. Okay. Oh. Wow. What a mess. What happened? It's bad in here too, but Minfilia isn't here. This one is glad, walking one is safe.
We'll be awaiting your return at the Waking Sands. There is much to discuss. Godspeed. Thank heaven she is safe. Louisoire, do you see? Your light shines brightly in this one, and in time it will illuminate the realm once more. Oh!
Advance no further!
We have come for the one who slayed Ifrit and Titan. Bring her forth, and you may yet know mercy.
Confound it. Stay out of sight. I would leave a message with you. I surrender myself, on the condition you spare the innocents.
Conditions? There speaks the Supreme Sire. I'll grant you have courage, but you would be better served by armor.
Search all you will. The one you seek is not here.
So it would seem.
And yet you knew to look here. But how?
Hold that thought.
No!
Conditions of surrender denied.
Cease at once!
Have you not done enough?
Perhaps. Enough. We must away. Though we have not found our quarry, the High Priestess of the Scions should suffice for now. They say she also possesses the Echo. I cannot wait to hear her scream. I said enough! We leave. Bring the prisoners.
Walking when Minfilia asked this one to... In case Walking One returned, this one was to say, at church in eastern Thanalan, Walking One must claim sanctuary. This one tried to protect Walking One Minfilia from Imperial ones. Forgive this one. Save. Ooh. Is something troubling you, my child? You have the look of one who has endured great suffering. If there is anything I can do to help, anything at all, you need only ask. The wild roses? I see. You may speak freely here. We are all friends of the Scions. How? How could this have happened? And you are certain that Minfilia was among those taken by the Garleans? Let us pray no further harm comes to them. You may stay here for as long as you wish. It is the least I can do for a friend of Minfilia's. I have known her since she was but a child. Well do I recall the day of our first meeting. I swore then to do everything in my power to support her, and I will gladly offer the selfsame service to her brother and sister scions. So please, no matter what you require, you need not hesitate to ask. Marcus, would you come here for a moment? Yes, Father. If you require assistance, pray speak with Marcus. He is a trifle shy, but I assure you he means well. I should explain. Marcus is a survivor of the Battle of Cartano. Alas, his experiences took a terrible toll upon his mind. Had we not taken him into our care, he would surely have perished in the desert. Marcus, I want you to look after Misty. Do you understand? Yes, Father. Okay, this should be, you can't take it with you. Excuse me, Misty. Do you have a moment? It concerns this broken horologe which was found in the pocket of a man brought here for burial. There is something familiar about it, but just what I cannot say. Perhaps if I tinker with the device, it will come to me. However, I lack the proper tools to do so. I would ask that you journey to Camp Drybone in my stead to obtain a bull-point chisel and a pair of needle-nose pincers. They are often used by goldsmiths, so perhaps they would be the best people to ask. Of course, I do not expect you to foot the bill. Here, take this coin purse. That should cover it. A bull-point chisel, you say? And a pair of needle-nose pincers? Those things don't come cheap, you know. Balls. I mean, yes, that should be sufficient payment. Nice doing business with you. Have you brought the tools I requested? Something occurs to me. Please wait here for a moment. It was for naught. Though I repaired the device easily, this sensation that stirs within me remains a mystery. But how? How did I do it? These hands, my hands, they moved with a mind of their own, deftly manipulating the clockwork mechanisms. There was no doubt or uncertainty. I knew exactly what to do, as though I had performed the same motions countless times before. Pardon me, Misty, this was a mistake. Please give the horologe to Sister Ulned. The man who once owned it is currently in her care, and I think it best that it be returned to him. Good evening to you, madam. Have you come to pay respects to this man? Never before have I seen such a queer device. You say that it measures the passing of time. Mayhaps they are more common in Garlemald. I am given to understand that its cities are filled with all manner of amazing technologies. Marcus said that it belonged to the deceased? Oh, dear. You don't suppose that the owner might have been a Garlean spy? It may behoove us to notify the authorities in Camp Drybone. But, mayhap more importantly, how did Marcus manage to repair this device? I knew he had a talent for the trades, but this goes far beyond mending fences and thatched roofs. Unlikely, but let's check to see if we need to put any of that on. Nope. Okay. All right, this should be bringing out the dead. I recognize you now, Misty. Allow me to express my deepest condolences for those who lost their lives in the attack. I apologize if discussing this upsets you, but you should know that the bodies of your comrades are presently being removed from the waking sands and prepared for transport here. If you wish to leave this work to others, I understand. However, taking part might help you to find closure. All right. Yeah? You don't look like one of them church fellas. Not that I'll turn you away. No, sir. As ye can see, we've got a pile of unidentified bodies over yonder. No one's come to claim them, so off to the Lich Yard they go. Be thankful you didn't have to go inside and see the carnage for yourself. 'Twas the stuff of nightmares, I tell you. God's damned Imperials. I don't know what quarrel they had with these folks, and I sure as hells don't want to know. The sooner we put this behind us, the better. Say, I ain't seen you around here afore. Ain't I seen you around here afore? Or do you just have one of them faces? Never mind. Any road. There's a carriage come to haul the bodies to the Lich Yard, out by the east gate. There's only 8 left to load up, but seeing as I'm exhausted from carrying all the others, I've a mind to leave the remainder to you. Might want to cover your nose while you work. Some of these folks started to turn. What's happened to the big fella? Forget it. Just bring the next batch and toss him in the back. Ain't like they'll complain if you're rough. Well, ain't you a strong one? 4 in one trip. Reckon there's no need for me to lend you a hand with the rest then. I mean, rude. Come on, let's finish this before I die of old age. That should be all of them. Thanks for the help. Reckon it won't take too long to deliver all the corpses to the Lich Yard. Even so, you might want to hurry back and tell them that our work here is done. I see that you decided to heed my advice. I pray that, in so doing, you found some small measure of peace. The first carriage from Vesper Bay arrived not long ago, and we have begun preparing your comrades for burial. I had a hand in the initial rites, and I would like you to know that for many, death came quickly. Rest assured that we will treat them with the utmost respect and do everything we can to shepherd them to Thal's realm. All right, this would be Bury Me Not on the Lone Prairie. Although we can perform rites for most of the scions, there is one whom we cannot accept. We would like you to return this one to her people, the Sylphs of Little Solace. It is only proper that she be given into the care of her friends and family, so that they may mourn her in accordance with Sylphic tradition. This one is surprised to see Walking One in Little Solace. How can these ones assist Walking One? Noraxia, but this one does not understand. Kumo, so this one has heard much wailing. This one would know what has caused such distress. Terrible news, Elder One. Awful news. Walking One has returned to Little Solace, but why? These ones have not requested further aid. Noraxia, how did this happen? Explain everything to this one at once. So, not only Noraxa, but many of Walking One's friends are lost as well. Noraxia went to Thanalan at the behest of this one. Walking One was with Noraxia at the end. Tell this one that Noraxia was brave. Tell this one that Noraxia did not suffer. This one is glad to hear Walking One's words. Thank you for bringing Noraxia home, Walking One. These ones also wish to thank Praying One. Tell Praying Ones these ones will remember this kindness. This one demands vengeance. Imperial ones must pay. Imperial ones must suffer. When the time comes for Walking Ones to face Imperial ones, do not forget these ones. These ones would not have Noraxia's death be for naught. These ones will fight. stand on the body. We thank you for your service to the church and to the sylphs. You may be pleased to know that in your absence, we interred the remaining scions in the Lich Yard. Perhaps you still wish to do more for your friends. If so, I would remind you that you have already done so much on their behalf. Please take a rest and set aside your burdens for now, Misty. These are not good. But I do love a good pair of glasses in this game, so that's... But it is what it is. All right. Ooh. This should be eyes on me. I'm not imagining it, Misty. I know I'm being watched. This is different, sinister. It's as if I'm under observation. The feeling comes and goes, but I felt it when last I ventured outside. Yes, I know I felt it. Will you look outside for me? Please, it will only take a moment. You were attacked, weren't you? Are you unharmed? Thank the gods. I knew it. He was watching me. But why was he watching me? What did he want with me? Did he perhaps know something of my past? If only I could have asked him. I need to think. Please allow me a moment alone. Wait. Father Elude must hear of this. Will you tell him for me? It's important. I think others may come for me again. Heavens forfend that such a thing should happen on holy ground. Do you have any idea who this man was? Did you notice anything distinctive about his garb or possessions? This is Garlean steel, which means the man who was watching Marcus was... Make haste to Camp Drybone at once. We must summon the immortal flames before more Imperials come. I don't think I need those either. Nope. So we'll take this money.
I fondly hoped that I might be the first to speak with you. Would that I had been so fortunate. At ease, adventurer. I come not on behalf of the Empire. On the contrary, I mean to revive the scions of the Seventh Dawn. And to that end, I have come in search of a legend. The greatest engineer of our time, Master Cid Garland. I have come for you.
I fear you are mistaken, child. He is but a poor soul who bore witness to the horrors at Cartano. I beg of you, leave us in peace.
Wait,
Hear me, Cid. Eorzea needs you.
Cid, was it? Here, these belong to you. I thought you bore the mark of greatness. It seems that I was right. Our time together was all too brief, but it felt as though my son had returned to me. You have brought joy to an old man's life. But it is time for you to help those who truly need you.
who are you?
Alphino Leveilleur, at your service. As a scion of the Seventh Dawn, I stand against our primal and imperial foes, as my grandfather once did. 'Tis no secret what befell our order at the Waking Sands. Word has already spread across Eorzea. The repercussions are far greater than you realize. In the wake of the calamity, the three city-states focused their efforts solely on reconstruction, leaving the scions to combat the primal threat unaided. And lo, we are all but destroyed. Yet even as the nations mourn our demise and abandon what little hope they have left, we cannot forsake our duty, now least of all. The Ixal have summoned Garuda once more, and she torments the people of Kurthus as we speak. Her appetite for destruction far exceeds that of other primals. Worse, in her present incarnation, our Baldessian colleagues believe she surpasses both Ifrit and Titan in strength. Yet, therein lies an opportunity. Were we somehow to defeat Garuda, it would serve as a warning to the other beast tribes that even their mightiest gods can be felled. If we are to face our foe, we must first circumvent the tempest that shields her sanctuary. And for that, we need an airship. Your airship, Cid.
I have an airship?
Yes, Cid, you do. Your very own airship. It was last seen in the skies over Gridania, not long before the calamity, so let us begin our search there.
An airship? My airship? Oh, wait.
Come, let us put an end to the primals. Together, we will show the world that the Scions are still a force to be reckoned with.
They need my airship. They need me.
All right, this should be He Who Waited Behind. What a curious twist of fate that Master Sid Garland would at last be found within our church. It defies imagination. Beg your pardon, Misty. You wish to find this airship, yes? I know not how much truth there is to it, but there is a tale known as the Final Flight of the Enterprise, which grew popular in the wake of the calamity, much like the Great Gobu Wall of Ul'dah. It states that the Enterprise flew northwest from Gridania toward Quarthus. If true, the airship would have passed through the North Shroud, likely over Falgord Float, the closest settlement to Quarthus. Mayhap the serpents stationed there have records of the events that transpired that day. I had hoped you might rest from your journeys for a time, but I see that the world still has need of you and the Scions. Pray look after yourself and Sid, Misty. Is there aught I can assist you with, miss? The Enterprise. You speak of Master Garland's ship, yes? I needn't refer to the records. I know that the airship was sighted overhead 5 years ago, clearly bound for Quarthus. What became of it after that, I cannot say. If you wish to know more, pray speak with Fortifart at Forlanty Spire. He was on duty that day and saw it with his own eyes. I am unsure what it is you hope to accomplish, though. Even should you locate the ship, would you not need a man of Master Garland's caliber to fly it? I hear tell that the machinery is fiendishly complex. Okay, let's see what we find. You have come in search of Vortigauert? Then well met, for you have found him. Indeed, I have served as whaler for many years, since before the great snows came to Quarthus. What exactly is this about? Ah, the final flight of the Enterprise. I do indeed remember that day. This should be cold reception. It was on the eve of the Battle of Carteneau, nigh on 5 years ago. I held the spire alone that night, while the bulk of our forces marched to meet the enemy in the field. Then, all of a sudden, the most fantastic airship I'd ever seen splits the sky overhead. I could only watch in shock as it disappeared over the mountains to the northwest. If the Enterprise wasn't destroyed during the calamity, I'd wager it's still somewhere in Quarthus. The astrologians at the observatorium may have records which could help, but to obtain them, you would need to deal with the Ishgardians who control the region. I wouldn't expect much, though. The high houses have long been concerned with their own affairs above all else. When Dalmud descended, they took shelter behind their gates and even now have little regard for the plight of other nations. Nevertheless, they may deign to assist you should you prove yourself useful. Consider providing your services to the soldiers who guard the observatorium. Though they may refuse you at first, I've little doubt they would accept aid freely offered. It is so cold in the Quarthus areas. It's summer and like 90 degrees here, but even then, just looking at this makes me feel cold. Looks like there's a chocobo here. Let's pick this up. Excuse me, can you repeat that? You wish to offer your services to House Durandare, and what, pray tell, do you wish to receive in exchange? Ha! How absurd! As if we would permit an outsider to peruse the records of the observatorium. Do not mistake our courtesy for friendliness. The Holy See of Ishgard may allow foreigners to travel freely within these lands, but we do not intend to offer succor to strangers. pretty sure I have better than that, too. Yep. Take the money. All right, this should be the Unending War. Helone, have mercy. Are you still here? You may take shelter within our walls if you insist, but do not distract me while I'm on duty. We're stretched thin as it is. And where in the hells is that knight I sent out on patrol? He should have returned ages ago. Perhaps I have a use for you after all. If you still wish to aid us, search the wilds to the west for my missing man. You will know him by his uniform, that of House Durandare, as is mine. Okay. If it wasn't for you, miss, I reckon they would have finished me off. Despicable, dragon-loving bastards. Spit. Death was a mercy they didn't deserve. I prayed the rumors were mistaken, but this confirms the worst. I must immediately inform my superiors that the heretics are operating within this region. Fare thee well, friend. I must say I didn't actually expect you to find my knight, much less rescue him. I see I may have been premature in my judgment, miss. We are a proud people, beholden to tradition, but that does not mean we are without humility. I shall instruct the astrologians to entertain your requests. However, understand that it is ultimately their decision whether or not you may peruse their records. Pray proceed to the observatorium and introduce yourself to Edmiel. Thanks. Ah, the lady come in search of the airship. This is highly unorthodox. Whatever could Sir Lodovox be thinking? It is true that we maintain meticulous records, which stretch back generations. However, because this information is used to chart Dravinian activities, access is strictly controlled. One can never be too careful with heretics and their sympathizers lurking about. If If you would persist with your inquiries, pray seek an audience with Chief Astrologian Forlymort up above. Okay. No, absolutely not. Have you any inkling what it is you ask? Were our records to fall into the wrong hands, it could change the course of a war which has raged for generations. I speak not of some mere spat between the Southron nations. Ours is a holy crusade, and we are the arbiters of Helene's will. I will not put our great nation at risk, certainly not to help a foreigner locate a missing airship of all things. Pardon the intrusion, Forlmort. I wished to speak with you regarding the recent... Oh, I did not realize you had a guest. Inquisitor Guglielmi. Your Honor, you honor us with your presence, sir. The lady was just leaving. Ah, you must be the one who rescued House Durandair's knight from those heretics. Doubtless they feel indebted to you. I am told you seek an airship last seen in Quarthus 5 years ago. Yes? You come to us at an inconvenient time, I fear. Much has changed in the intervening years, and little for the better. While I wish you the best of luck in your search, I would also strongly advise caution. The snows can come quickly in Quarthus. One moment you may feel as though you have a firm grasp on your surroundings, safe and secure in your knowledge, and the next you may find yourself in a wholly unfamiliar situation, blind to the dangers hidden by the blizzard. It would be wise for you to focus on a single landmark whilst traveling. Do not give in to temptation and deviate from your course. I was not aware you aided House Durandair in that fashion. Thank you, madam. Nevertheless, my decision stands. I cannot give you what you seek. This is going to be Men of Honor. You there, madam. I could not help but overhear your conversation with the chief astrologian. There may be a way I can assist you, but it would require that you perform for me a favor in exchange. An associate of mine has yet to return from his expedition to the cliffs east of the observatorium. He was adamant that he could conduct his observations alone, despite the presence of Ixal in that vicinity. If you would seek out this astrologian and confirm that he is well, it would be a great comfort to me. Oh, well, I didn't mean to do that. What a relief to see someone other than a God's damned birdman. I thought I could finish my work whilst the Ixal were away, but they returned far quicker than I anticipated. It was all I could do to hide and hope they might leave again before I froze to... Wait, who are you? You're not one of our knights. A man of House Durandare cannot be seen in the company of an unbeliever. Good day, madam. You're welcome. No. Oof. The arrogant fool returned not long before you arrived, muttering about the disgrace of having been rescued by an unbeliever. Serves him right for underestimating the dangers our knights face every day. Ah, but you are eager to locate your airship. It might surprise you that by saving him, you have already aided your own cause. House Durandare is quick to regard outsiders with suspicion, as it is their duty to sound the alarm at the first sign of Dravinian aggression. Yet you have already aided them twice, for which they are honor-bound to repay you. Even so, they will not grant you access to the Observatorium's records. That is just as well, for there are other ways you might locate your missing airship. What I propose is that you petition Lord Portalane for an official introduction to the other high houses. The word of House Durandare carries tremendous weight in Ishgard. Should the captain consent, you would have little trouble obtaining information from the other high houses. Okay, I am totally missing something here. Well, let's try in here. Portalane, speak to me. You've caused quite a stir in your short time here. First you slay 2 heretics and save a knight, and now I hear you have rescued a man of our house. I imagine you must desire something for your troubles. In the introduction to the other high houses, I cannot deny that you have given us no cause to distrust you, but while you have performed 2 acts, you would have me endorse you to 3 high houses. It is only fitting that you aid us one final time. Wouldn't you agree? I mean, it would be nice if you just said thank you. Alright, this one should be called 3 for 3. Now, I understand you are very eager to find your missing airship. Worry not, for this task should take a woman of your skills but a moment to complete. Not long ago, a porter bound for Skyfire Locks was ambushed on the road due west of here. Though he escaped with his life, he would very much like his wares as well. On and the off chance any portion of his shipment remains, I would have you travel to the scene of the robbery and bring back what you find. Lest you intend to perform only a cursory search, bear in mind that recovering the stolen merchandise will endear you to House Halienart, further improving the chances that they indulge your request for aid. Have you good tidings to share, or better yet, stolen merchandise to show? God bless you, friend. It's all here. Every last... but wait, that chest over there looks like it might have been pillaged. bloody hells. That's the personal property of Lord Francel, too. Are you certain? Clearly an attempt was made to open it, but the lock appears to have held. Nevertheless, if you wish to verify the contents against your shipping manifest, be my guest. Prairie, take me, the Draconian Rosary, in the possession of Lord Francel? Yet perhaps this is not so difficult to fathom. House Halienarts is whispered to be infested with heretics. Thank you for bringing this matter to my attention, miss. I shall inform the Inquisitors immediately. Under these circumstances, I must strongly advise against associating with House Halienart. Your other introductions will need to be postponed as well. It is the duty of every Ishgardian to root out and destroy heretics. All else must wait until this matter is resolved. This is the Rose and the Unicorn. Come closer, lass, and listen well. This is for your ears only. Lord Francel is no heretic. He is a goodly, righteous man, wholly dedicated to the cause. I know this because I served House Halienart for years prior to the calamity. You must go to Skyfire Locks and warn him of the coming storm. The Inquisitors are ruthless and will spare him no mercy. Speak to him of an Edelweiss, and he will know you for a friend. Now go. Still don't really need that, but let's do it while we're here. And I think... Oh, not under repair, though. Oh, I see. I was just plain old missing it. Yes, you look as though you have something to say, do you? I see. Sir Carlot has not forgotten my mother's favorite flower. A pity it has not been seen in Coerthas since the calamity. You may speak freely here, friend. That's absurd. I would sooner die than become a thrall of the dragons. Alas, it matters little what I say at this point. Although the draconian rosary was not found in my possession, it will still be considered by many to be proof of my heresy. I must do my utmost to prove my innocence to the inquisitors, for if they harbor even the slightest doubt, this will only add weight to the incessant accusations our house has suffered of late. It is as though the gods themselves are plotting our fall. You risk much by coming here. It is only proper that I recompense you for this deed. Tell me what you desire, and I shall do my best to provide. A missing airship. I see. It may require a prolonged effort to locate your quarry. I shall direct you to one in a better position to assist you. Lord Harchafont of House Fortems commands the garrison at Camp Dragonhead. Present him this letter of introduction, and he will surely be receptive to your needs. Ah, the unmistakable swagger of a well-traveled adventurer. If you are come to pay your respects, be at ease, friend. I am not one to stand on formality. Truth be told, I would gladly welcome many and more brave souls like yourself. But enough chatter. Pray tell me why you have come. Is there any justice in this world? These charges will receive no serious consideration. It is beyond inconceivable. Ah, yes. The letter made mention of a pressing matter for which you required assistance. What might that be? So this enterprise you speak of was last seen above Coerthas before the calamity 5 years ago. I fear it may prove difficult to find any eyewitnesses to these events, for while Ishgard did not participate in the Battle of Cartno, we were embroiled in our own internal conflicts at the time. Nevertheless, I will make inquiries on your behalf and share with you my findings in the future. In the meantime, please enjoy the hospitality of Camp Dragonhead. I will see that you are afforded every courtesy as a guest of House Fortems. Not better. Take the money. All right, that is 2.5 hours. I need to take a break, get, some thing to eat and some thing to drink, and then we'll be back again in a little bit. I still want to push on today to try to get to 40, so we're not quite there, but we'll see what we can do, maybe in an hour or so. I do want to thank you all for watching and invite you to come back later.
skies and boundless possibilities. I dare say our destination will soon be in sight.
Enjoying yourself for a change?
you have a moment to speak further? Behold the scene of our next great adventure.
You and your adventures. I trust you have not forgotten the true purpose of our voyage?
At last, we are come to the land you call the New World. My home. Put out.
Skies and boundless possibilities. I dare say our destination will soon be in sight.
Enjoying yourself for a change?
have a moment to speak further? Behold the scene of our next great adventure.
You and your adventures. I trust you have not forgotten the true purpose of our voyage?
At last, we are come to the land you call the New World. My home. Tural.
Skies and boundless possibilities. I dare say our destination will soon be in sight.
Enjoying yourself for a change? for a worthy opponent.
Might you have a moment to speak further? Behold the scene of our next great adventure.
You and your adventures. I trust you have not forgotten the true purpose of our voyage?
At last we are come to the land you call the New World. My home. Tura!
possibilities. I dare say our destination will soon be in sight.
Enjoying yourself for a change?
You have a moment to speak further. adventure.
You and your adventures. I trust you have not forgotten the true purpose of our voyage?
At last we are come to the land you call the New World. My home. Tura.
possibilities. I dare say our destination will soon be in sight.
Enjoying yourself for a change?
You have a moment to speak further. Adventure.
You and your adventures. I trust you have not forgotten the true purpose of our voyage?
At last, we are come to the land you call the New World. My home. Tura.
seas, clear skies, and boundless possibilities. I dare say our destination will soon be in sight.
Enjoying yourself for a change?
You have a moment to speak further. Adventure.
You and your adventures. I trust you have not forgotten the true purpose of our voyage?
At last we are come to the land you call the New World. My home. Tural.
possibilities. I dare say our destination will soon be in sight.
Enjoying yourself for a change?
You have a moment to speak further. of our next great adventure.
You and your adventures. I trust you have not forgotten the true purpose of our voyage?
Last we are come to the land you call the New World. My home. Tura.
boundless possibilities. I dare say our destination will soon be in sight.
Enjoying yourself for a change?
You have a moment to speak further.
adventure. You and your adventures. I trust you have not forgotten the true purpose of our voyage?
At last we are come to the land you call the New World. My home. Put out.
skies and boundless possibilities. I dare say our destination will soon be in sight.
Enjoying yourself for a change?
Do you have a moment to speak further? Adventure.
You and your adventures. I trust you have not forgotten the true purpose of our voyage?
At last we are come to the land you call the New World. My home. Tura.
abilities. I dare say our destination will soon be in sight.
Enjoying yourself for a change?
You have a moment to speak further. Adventure.
You and your adventures. I trust you have not forgotten the true purpose of our voyage?
At last we are come to the land you call the New World. My home. Tura.
Check, 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 check.